Hello guys, welcome to another series of videos of ChemBioSpark about drug design and discovery and application of bioinformatics in drug design. So today we're going to discuss about the process of uh, utilizing different subjects for drug design, and we want to learn which subjects affect and how also they can affect the process of drug design, and also the basic concepts that you need to know to thrive and flourish in the process of drug design. So, the first thing that I need you to know is the fact that once you started to design a new drug molecule, it can be a simple chemical structure or a complicated antibody structure, it doesn't matter. But the thing that really matters is the biochemistry of that target molecule. So, a general understanding of biochemistry and essentially the biochemistry of that target protein or target nucleic acid, their chemical characteristics, their uh, whatever you say about the biochemical interaction between these two entities, you should know that, and you should optimize that to obtain a molecule with higher efficacy. So this is the first part. The next part is a general understanding of physical chemistry. And physical chemistry uh, applies the thermodynamical concepts to solve some mathematical equations related to equilibrium and related to kinetics. And it is very useful when you want to know the basic theoretical foundations for drug design approaches. For example, you want to know which theoretical bases are utilized for example, designing autodock program, for designing other docking program, for designing molecular dynamics program. This is an essential part for theoretical understanding. But if you only want to work with the practical aspect of drug design, maybe it's not necessary for that, but it gives you an insight into a better comprehending of this process. The third thing that I want to say is that you need to know about the molecular and cellular biology to identify the correct target molecule. The correct target molecule should have several cellular and molecular characteristics. For example, the three-dimensional structure of it, which is partly involved in biochemistry and partly involved in molecular biology, because the function may affect the chemistry and the structure. And if you know the biology of that protein, if you know how that protein that protein acts, where is its cellular localization, and these data can help you in terms of finding the right target molecule for your drug design process. For example, consider a case that your protein molecule is, you want to target a cancer protein, and you don't know which of these hundreds or even thousands of protein may yield to higher inhibition of cancer proliferation in this case. But when you have a solid understanding of what matters in biological signaling pathways, if you know that, then you can readily design new effective therapeutics for inhibition or activation of that target molecule. So, the fourth subject, which is quintessential for basic understanding of drug design process, and even some scientists say that drug design is part of this branch, is medicinal chemistry. So medicinal chemistry mainly deals with synthesizing and designing and biological evaluation of different and primarily novel molecules to target and to inhibit or activate a certain macromolecule, and thereby affecting the cellular behavior. So, medicinal chemistry has some basic concepts which are indispensable part of the drug design process. For example, you should know QSAR or QSAR. In medicinal chemistry, you should know that what is a pharmacophore, what actually it does, and several basic related understanding of these processes should help you in terms of drug design. The fifth subject that I want to talk about is bioinformatics. So bioinformatics is basically about the application of informatics, the use of computers and softwares and engineering of computers to biological systems. So, for example, you want to, let's say, in terms of proteomics, you want to build a high quality structure of a certain protein molecule. You need to have a deep background in bioinformatics and essentially in protein bioinformatics, also known as proteomics, and this would help you in terms of target design, for example, and target structure prediction, and may have also some other implications in drug design. The next subject that is really essential part of drug design process is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry copes with synthesizing and approaching new chemical molecules to target protein macromolecules. And this is a fact that when you want to offer a new molecule, you should know how to synthesize that. You should know either you can purchase it from some organizations, for example, you purchase it from Merck, for example, or Sigma-Aldrich, or any other organization you want. But in the case that it isn't available in those organizations, those pharmaceutical organizations, you should synthesize that molecule, and maybe you need some other organic chemists colleagues to help you in terms of synthesizing that molecule. There's another chemistry discipline which is used in drug design approaches and mainly in theoretical basis, like physical chemistry, is quantum chemistry. So quantum chemistry faces with quantum aspects of chemical molecule. What is the energy of that molecule? What is the entropy of that molecule? And calculation of delta H and delta S and some related parameters, which is mainly employed in physical chemistry, can also be employed in quantum chemistry with, I should say, a combination of these two disciplines make a good value for these parameters. And when you want to say, for example, the energy of a molecule, you should know both the theoretical basis related to physical chemistry and theoretical basis that is related to quantum chemistry. So these are the main branches of chemistry, biology, and informatics that are used in the process of drug design. And there are several key concepts or key prerequisites, I should say, that you need to know if you want to progress sufficiently in drug design application. So the first one is the fact that many softwares related to drug design are mainly constructed for the Linux operating systems and not in Windows or Macintosh operating system. That is because, partly, I should say, because of the fact that many supercomputers in the world and the top 500 supercomputers in the world, all of them run in the Linux operating environment, and neither of them run in, for example, Windows operating system. And because of some feasible parameters that you can access in Linux, for example, you can specify many modules. You can write many descriptive texts that are translated into codes, and you have a bash and you have a shell, which are the part of the Linux terminal system, and you can use them to invent some new codes and new programming languages. And this can be useful if you want to really improve in the process of drug design. The second informatic approaches, which is mainly utilized in drug design methodologies, is the fact that many softwares are programmed, and if you want to know, and if you want to really fathom what is going on inside software, you should know programming languages. And if you know programming languages and also Linux operating system well, then you have a very high uh, percent of success, I should say, in terms of progressing in drug design approaches. The last thing I want to say about informatics is the fact that machine learning techniques are becoming one of the indispensable part of drug design processes, and machine learning is the procedure in which you learn a machine, in this case computers and the softwares, to learn itself from the data that you provide for them. There are many different aspects about machine learning. They have different and various methodologies, and because I don't have a great background in those fields related to informatics, I am not really going to go into details of that. So the last thing that I want to say in this video section is that if you want to really understand the theoretical basis, you should know biophysics. Biophysics is the physical contemplation of biological systems. And this physical understanding can help you in terms of optimizing the structures, in terms of optimizing the energy values of chemical molecules mainly, but it is also applied for other therapeutics forms, for example, nucleotides, RNA, aptamers, antibodies. And if you have a great background in biophysics, then you have a slight edge in progressing about drug design approaches. So I wish that the parts that I was talking about was helpful for you. Please leave your comments below, and I will improve my presentation in the next videos, and I will discuss about more fascinating topics related to drug design. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.